Hello, my fellow Tibetians around the globe. It's good to see you again. Today is the 14th of the 5th month, 2018. This live broadcast is from the Republic of South Africa, and the time is 23:33 p.m. South African time. And you can say it's 11:33 p.m. South African time, or you can say, let me look at my watch again. You can say it's 26 minutes prior to midnight in South Africa. It's good to see you again. I haven't been talking to you since from last night. There's quite a lot happening within the Billion Coin. We have quite a number of updates from the blog, and there's much progress. Yes, I know many of us currently we have slowed down a bit. I understand the reasons. Everyone has different reasons within this community. So the thing is, the question that we need to ask ourselves is that why have we started in the first place? Yes, before we came across the Billion Coin, there was quite much that we were doing from other cryptocurrencies, traditional networks, trading companies, multi-level marketings. We did many things, but in a different way. And the same exercise that we applied during those days to date, the question is, did we go back and review what we're doing? Is it in line with our choices? And the thing is, the question was that did we rely to someone, or did we apply some mechanisms in order to see the difference? Okay, either traditional network or MLM, which is multi-level marketing, or Bitcoin and the etc. So these are the questions that we need to ask ourselves. Of course, not forgetting the Bitcoin. When it started 10 years ago, and many of us who joined Bitcoin or who traded Bitcoin, we didn't know that by this time Bitcoin will be where it is currently. Yes, after some few years, there was a slightly change within the Billion Coin operation. Then in 2010, we saw the first purchase by the guy in Jacksonville, United States. And that was the breakthrough. So let's come to the Billion Coin. Yes, we saw quite a number of sales generated, deals were sealed through TBC, motor vehicles, automobiles, gadgets, electronic gadgets, land, properties were transacted through the billion coin. Okay. Remember that with the billion coin currently, we are still in a building stage. Okay. So we don't differ much with Bitcoin when we relate the history. Though when it comes to the growth, we are different. And we rely on what? Growth in the community of TBC. And then the agreement is also guiding us through, okay, these new developments that you see from the blog. So there are so many other things that are related to what I've just explained. Okay. So in my last live stream broadcast replay video, that was on a Saturday, yeah. We shared something with my fellow global TBCians about the way we are presenting the billion coin. Are we presenting the billion coin the way it should be presented, or we are doing an opposite of that, meaning the basic presentation? So we shared that, and we differentiate between the two. Like, for instance, when I present TBC to various communities, I don't promise anyone the high returns in TBC in a short space of time. I don't do that. But what I normally do, I play my cards safe, and I ensure that what I deliver to the communities or the grassroots, it must be similar to what the admin has outlined in the blog, so that when these communities return back to the blog for the review, they must find the same thing. So I don't promise them, I don't convince them, but I explain everything the way it is, that here in this community, you are going to sweat, you are going to work in order for you to see the progress individually. Okay. But if one divert from the whole arrangement of the billion coin system, of course, the system is going to punish you. That's how I present TBC. And many also did that from the past to date. But some, of course, they tend to do a different thing altogether. I've explained that that has led to a number of people asking about the cash out, and it's been a year and what is happening. It's 2 years now, we haven't been paid in the billion coin, and those kind of things. Okay. So with the Bitcoin, most of the people who joined Bitcoin from the day when it was launched. They knew what they were getting into, but some along the way, they had to fall, okay? Only few remained. And those who remain today, they're talking a different language. So with TBC, of course, today we have a number of testimonies. We are talking a different language. Now, here is the question. As you can see, our heading today, it's stressing the point about the discipline, okay? In everything that we do under the sun, if we are not determined or self-disciplined, of course, at the end, we will be punished big time. Okay, we can even fall hard. So discipline goes a long way. So I've made some examples from traditional networks, MLM, which is multi-level marketing, traditional networks, trading companies, you know, and the etc. And Bitcoin also, I've made an example with it. Currently, we are talking about the Billion coin. So in everything that we come across, if we take part, then we must be disciplined at the end of the day. So if we are not self-disciplined, it always starts with an individual. Then for us to reach that success, it won't be possible because we did not apply some of the ingredients in our mission. Okay, since we have a mission in TBC. Yes, many will forever say, why don't we go to the market cap or Coinbase and do what other cryptocurrencies are doing? But now the question is, where these people are leading us, can they show us one of the cryptocurrencies that has eradicated poverty to this day? Myself, I haven't seen any to this day, okay? Maybe some of you might have seen quite a number of them, but I myself did not see any. And you follow up again with them and say, what is the difference between the Billion coin and those cryptocurrencies? Of course, we won't get a clear answer about that. Maybe they might have heard someone talking about it, but the question is, did they do a research about it? Because before we do something, we have to do a research as well, okay? Before you join TBC or Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies, you have to go through the program, read about it, go to their news. Some they don't use education blog, they use what do you call this? News. Okay. Now, here's the thing. Now, if someone is not disciplined, is that person going to sustain in whatever he does or she does? That's a question. You can also answer that. Okay. Now, in this field or community or crypto world, okay, it doesn't matter whether we have achievements or we are from a technical school or formal school or graduates or whoever, doctors or lawyers, etc. It is a different education completely, because what we learn from the crypto world is far different from the formal school. No school has ever taught that, meaning financial education was never taught from a formal school. Okay. In my country, only one school currently, they've started doing that, where Kiyosaki normally goes, because every month Kiyosaki is in the country. He visits us in South Africa to conduct some financial educations, cash flow, whatever, quadrant and things like that. So first time, okay. But what about the rest of the world? Things like that are not applicable, okay. So we will now discuss or share about 3 things. Yeah. Now, here's another question. Okay, I'll start with 1. I said 3. Okay. What is now our personal goals? And before we set up those goals, we have to apply something. We have to apply our today's heading in this live stream broadcast, self-discipline. Because if we don't apply that, it's a principle, actually, principle 1. We won't be successful in everything that you do, because there's no discipline. We have seen many who have done some withdrawals from the programs that I've already mentioned, since from 2010 to date. People withdrew huge amounts of fortunes, monies, but because of they were lacking discipline, today those people are just as normal as everyone. They are still looking for some programs to rescue them. Some they're even within the billion coin community, trying to put pressures that you must do what they expect, so things like that. That's principle 1. So self-discipline at the end of the day, it does pay off, because without it, it's going to be difficult for us to reach the second principle and the third and so forth. Okay, but let's start with that one. Now, the second one, we will say, what is your business and money goals? Why I'm mentioning business on the second principle? Because as soon as you join TBC, it becomes your business personally. You are the send button, you yourself, not the admin. And then for that business, you must also set up what? A goal for it. Remember, the first principle was personal goals. Now, the second one, it says, what is your business and its goals, right? So now, if I may ask you a question, will it be possible for one to reach out in this business without the self-discipline? Of course not. Now, when you embark on business, you embark on business because you expect to make a difference in life, meaning as soon as you have perfected, though we know that under the sun, us as imperfect beings, we can't do perfect things, but I'll just use the name perfect. Once we have perfected these principles, of course, they will take you somewhere. Okay. But now the question is, are we applying these, or are we still waiting for someone to come and tell us what to do or do for us? Are we still angry for TBC for what? That's another question. Okay. Now, third principle, it's going to be our, what do you call this? Our overall happiness. As soon as we are happy, even during this building stage, we can still be happy. Then that will actually unlock the more, it will automatically unlock more ideas. Okay. We will eventually stop being copycats. Yeah, copycats in what way? Previous week, I came across a number of questions that people were asking about other countries where these transactions were conducted, about the land, properties, cars, and other things. That how was it possible in those countries? So now, some of these people, they are ready now to consult with their presidents, of course, including Lawrence, that we must come up with a strategy that how can it be done, things like that. So when you start sharing with these people, discussing the basics with them, they tend to wonder, and they don't get it. Why are you starting with the basics? They want to cut corners. You must give them direct answers. If you don't, then they are not for it. Then, secondly, what they did, they said, okay, since you are not giving us the right answers, the direct answers, you are not straight to the point, we will then connect directly with those countries where these transactions were conducted. Then, if you were in my position, what would you do? I said to them, WOE, will to you. You are free to do anything that you want under the sun. The next day, they were in another group proposing the same thing. They are rotating, they're circulating, They went as far as the United States, meaning touching base with some of the fellow TBCians just to get what they want. Now, the question is, are these people really in line, or are they in a position to help our communities, meaning, are they really helping to eradicate poverty globally, or they're only seeking one thing, for their own gains? These are the questions that we need to ask ourselves. And some of them, they were with this community from 2016, but they can't even live stream. They are busy on the private groups, Facebook and other social medias, WhatsApp groups, and etc. So I even shared that with some of our leaders today around the globe that, guys, be careful about these proposals. Are they going to benefit the entire community, or are they going to benefit individuals? When I say entire community, I mean TBC system, because once something is benefiting the TBC system, then we are all covered. I hope we're clear on that one. Okay, so I would say for now, if there are any questions, our time is almost over because the friendly marketer David Jones from Caribbean will be commencing his live stream. And I see we have Stephen Coffey, hi brother, from United States. And we also have Mrs. Jules from New Zealand, hi again. Thanks for being here. And we also have Crystal Lauren. Crystal Lauren, I don't know whether it's she or he, and from where, I'm not certain. But anyway, thanks for everyone to be here and those who are not on the top chat. So if there are any questions or you'd like us to share more, my email is attached on the description section. You'll also see my website there. You can go through it. But let me close by saying, guys, since you are in a building stage, there's going to be quite a number of challenges, but those things are making us strong. And in order for one or your partner to help you out on how to generate sales or make money by partnering within the Billion Coin community, it's not going to be an overnight thing, but I have to take you through. It's a process. It's an ongoing thing, because if you can read the book by The Richest Man in Babylon, you'll understand that certain things you benefit from them by getting into a program. Okay, so we don't have direct answers just like that. But it's sometimes, even if we know the answers, the question is, those people who are asking questions, are they self-disciplined? Are they ready for it? Do they know exactly what they want? Or they're asking these questions because of their what they're going through? You know, we have different problems within this community. Some are going through the financial constraints and etc. So you can just touch base, and then I will follow up from the emails if there is anything. And I would love to say thank you again. The time now is 2 minutes past midnight South African time. It's AM now, but I'm still up. I need to check quite a few things, but in an hour's time, I will retire. And thanks again. You were live streaming with Lawrence Butana Maluleka, a leader from the Republic of South Africa. And I love you all, guys. And I'm looking forward to share with you again. And thanks, Sharon Weller from New Zealand, and Crystal Lauren from the US, thank you again. And I will be talking to you again tomorrow early here. Because today it was a busy schedule for me. I had to prepare myself for other things and then attend the St. Martin's meeting. After that, we have to attend other meetings there after that, live streams, and I didn't attend any of the live streams today. Oh, no, I did, Randy's, but as for the rest, I didn't get any chance. Yeah, it was a hectic day for me. But thanks again, guys. I love you all. And then touch base. Let's work out something. Let's build this relationship. And thank you again. Bye.